Hello, Commanders. It is time for another clan raid. We're up against Wicker this time around, and with my main profile, we're on SR13. And we decided to throw in some Plaguebearers. Some of my clanmates in Reapers have been using, instead of direwolves, they've been using the Plaguebearers. So checked with a couple of them and they said it was cool if I shared it, so we'll go ahead and do that. But first, if you like what you see here, please do like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any comments or a strat that you think is worth trying, please do let me know below. So let me show you what we're working with here. This is kind of my standard build. I've been using this on Wicker for a while, and I have just updated the power stones, obviously, from last attempts because we're in a new era. But I have corrupted damage on 1 and regular damage 1 on 5 of them, and 2 of them don't have anything. Then for the dire wolves, I have nothing, and for the wraiths, I have 1 strike. So really short on power stones. I try not to spend gems on those just because they're not permanent. But yeah, it might be worthwhile if you're close to getting the boss down in one shot. It might be worthwhile getting some power stones to get you over that threshold and save you some extra attempts. That is the first build that I've got. Well, actually, we'll be showing you this other one first. This is the first one that I tried. Again, the same power stones on the Warhounds. No dire wolves. This time we've got Plaguebearers, and this is designed to amp up the Primal Warhorn by having more bodies on the field. I just have run speed on them. That's the only thing that's really notable, just to get them to the boss sooner so they can start hitting it as well. And again, same Wraiths. So that's what we're working with there. We have Primal Warhorn, the Ring of Unity, and the Spear of Cataclysm. And the Spear, I've upgraded it all the way to level 10 on rank 3 there. So big improvement there, and lucky enough to have Ring rank 2. A lot of people are still stuck on level 1, so let's see, that is, and I think same artifacts for this other build. But anyway, that's the 2 builds that we're working with. Now we'll show you this one first. Should be this guy. Oh, nope, that is my SR7 attempt. Back it up. There we go. All right, that's the one. So this one, we have all 3 elixirs being utilized. Since we have the time elixir on and we don't want everything to die before that elixir even hits, we have the regen elixir, and we also have elixir of power, just to crank as much damage as possible. Now, I'm thinking that you could probably even switch out the power elixir for the force and stun resistance elixir, because you see how about half of the units on the battlefield are getting flung all over the place, and they're getting stunned in the process. I think the Wraiths are immune to stun and force, so you don't need it for them. So if you drop a bunch of your hounds, then the power elixir, in place of Wraiths, so you want Wraiths over hounds, and that's what you've got to work with, then go for that force and stun resistance elixir, and you'll probably get a lot more bang for your... back that up. You want, if you are going hounds, you want the force and stun resistance elixir. If you aren't going hounds, you would want power, because they've got built-in force and stun resist. So anyway, let's just get back on that. There's a couple things to note. Hounds get bounced all over the place, but if you replace them with a bunch of Wraiths, you probably get more damage. Now you'll notice that this one caps out at about 6,200,000 or something like that. Then this next one, which should be the wolves, there we go. I've got 3 elixirs, the same 3 elixirs. So again, you're going to see stuff bouncing all over the place once that hits. And honestly, it's kind of hard to know which build does more damage, just because this one hit a couple of good meteor procs from the Spear of Cataclysm. But they both will do a healthy chunk of damage. You can't really go wrong going either way. Again, it normally just comes down to how lucky you get with those spear procs. But again, you see those hounds bouncing all over the place. It may be more worth it if you do use more hounds than wraiths to use the force and stun resistance elixir over the other one. Okay, now what I did is I used the force and stun resistance elixir. I dropped the time and the regen, and I ended up doing, again, in that same ballpark of 6 point something million. So I'm using 2 less elixirs and getting the same results. I didn't see any point in including time, because if you don't have regen, then they're all going to die at about 30 seconds anyway. So there's really no need to put the time elixir on this build, but in 30 seconds, as opposed to 40, you do about the same. So again, 6.4 million. So anyway, those are the 3 different layouts that I used. This was my SR7 attempt, if anybody is working on SR7. Again, just same basic concepts. Split your wolves, so you only need to use 2 groups of them. You can have them split to where some from each pack go to the center, and then the rest of them will go to the top and bottom, and that way you get the buff on all your Warhounds. But yeah, so anyway, there's Wicker for you. Again, it just comes down to the cost-benefit analysis. If you can do it in 2 attempts with 2 elixirs, or if you can do it in 1 attempt with 3 elixirs. You just got to decide what works best for you. So anyway, there it is. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and we will have more content for you soon.